about to go live. Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, people, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you lot are subscribing to the channel. Road to 10K, people, man. We're nearly on 9K. I think we're like, what, 18 subscribers away from 9K, people, man. And then after that,
by the end of the show, come on, man. Come on, people.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, people, make sure, man. And big up Rants for the raid as well. He couldn't make the show today. He's got a few things. Big up Rants. But it's actually Ty's first time on the channel, blood.
Yeah, bro.
First time, innit?
Yeah, do you know what? As well, like, I don't really do big up Rants every single time, man. I don't do a lot of like preview shows or live shows nowadays because we work. We do the same sort of thing, you know what it's like with the hours and that. But bro, you shouted me today. The sun was out, and I said, you know what? Like, there's certain people, and this is me being authentic and real. Like, there's certain people I'm just like, you know what? I've always got along with them. If they need help and it's a one-off show, Man United are playing Chelsea, I'm gonna say yes. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know that there's gonna be some time down the line where I might be like, oh dog, can you do this? And I know you'll be like, yeah. It's not even like you're trying to do favor for a favor, but there's certain people you're just like, do you know what? I like talking ball with you. Ever since like we first started doing shows like Never a Foul, Rivals, this and that, we see the game quite similar. Like we're analytical. We're not shouters. We're analytical. And I think like, that's why I was like, do you know what? 100% I'm on it to talk about Chelsea with you because you're going to be real with it. You're not just going to come in here and say, yeah, we're going to blow your way. We're going to like, I can be critical and I can be critical of my own club. So at the end of the day, it's my first time on the channel. Big up for inviting me on. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you subscribe and let's get done to 9K, then 10K. And also, if you want to see my channel, it's Thai Sports Talk for my general channel, which I just do like a lot of stuff on top six, even Chelsea and stuff like that. And then obviously Never a Foul's our bigger hub where we do like, it's more trolling, more entertainment if you want that side of it as well. So yeah man, check them out. But yeah, big up Don for having me, bro.
Nah, big up, bro. And listen, people, I've made sure that I've redirected this stream to Ty's premiere after the show, people. His YouTube again is in the link below, yeah. So you've set that for about 6:30, innit? So it should be done by then anyway, people. So make sure that you lot are there. Big up Roms as well, man. I just came off the phone.
Yeah,
this
man.
Guy, big up Roms. Big up Roms every single time. I big up Jerry. I ain't seen Jerry in the chat in a sec. Yeah. I ain't seen Jerry in the. Hey, this guy. Hey, tell me if you're going to the game as well, Jerry, because I'm gonna be there, man. You got inside tomorrow?
Nah, I'm not actually. Nah. I got a few friends over, so nah. You going?
Okay. I'm going. My first time at Old Trafford, bro.
Is it okay? Okay, well, we need to give you a little dinner then. We need to give you some supper.
Hey, I can't. I'm gonna have to go there in a fucking what do you call them suits? A hazmat suit or whatever it is, bro. Because you man.
Yeah. Wait, you getting a coach up or you getting trained?
No, I'm driving, bro. I'm gonna drive up there.
Yeah, you're like me. Yeah, I like it. My own tunes on, do what I want.
Yeah, man, go. You know what I'm saying? I've got my local hotel like 15 minutes away from the stadium. I've got my parking pattern. After that, we should be stepping out. You get me? I hope I'm stepping out drunk, happy. Yeah. Instead of sorrow happy. Because if I'm sorrow happy, I'm gonna be on a Cavossier and the Hennessy and that, bro. Ain't gonna be no rum. Ain't gonna be no rum.
You're gonna be lifted to Dre because you go to bed.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, blood? Let's get straight into it, man. Because listen, right now, Ty, I don't really know how to feel about the game, because Chelsea haven't had the greatest start in terms of our performances. You know, they haven't been amazing right now. I know Chelsea have got gears to get into, and you can argue that obviously the fact that we didn't have a preseason is affecting the players right now, the fitness, you know. Obviously, we didn't expect Cole to get injured the way that he did, and he's very keen how we build up from the back. The leadership, the defending, bro, right? And you're looking at Delap, for example, as well. He's another one that's got injured. So we're not able to play João Pedro and Delap together, which is a massive, massive way of getting João Pedro into the game a lot more, right? So far, bro, it's like, you know, I'm still expecting other players to start turning up more. Like Enzo Fernandez, for example, we haven't seen the best of him yet. He's been up and down. I think Caicedo's been good apart from the Bayern Munich game where he was, for me, just okay. Like, I know we can do better than that. The likes of Gusto have actually been all right. You know, you're looking at Sanchez has been okay in the team. Palmer's been good since the injury as well. But overall, I just feel like the team hasn't really, you know, clicked into gear yet. There's still a level
agree with you, bro.
You know,
I have to agree with you, and I think that's why this game is so interesting, and there's so much to dive into. Make sure you're hitting up the likes as well. But like with you lot, I feel like you won the Club World Cup, right? And then, not saying you, but I'm just going to say there's a selection of some Chelsea fans and people, even non-Chelsea, that were putting you as dark horses in the title race and stuff like that. People, you know, Chelsea could get into there. I was like, you know what? I understand the excitement. You know, Chelsea have won the Club World Cup. They're making a lot of signings. But for me, I'm always like contextualized. I'm real with it. And I'm like, people are getting a bit too ahead of themselves. People need to calm down because realistically, Chelsea's aim is top 4. Chelsea's aim is to get into the top 4. And I think next season is the year you then challenge for the title potentially, if you can get the right players in and build from where you were last season. It's like when Arsenal finished second. I remember the first year Arsenal finished second, they wasn't really meant to. Everyone had them like 4th or 5th, but then they surprised everyone. And then it was like, yeah, okay, because they finished second, they've got a challenge again. But for me, I was like, do you know what it is? They've got to stable themselves as a team that have come second, and then the year after they challenge. But I feel like what people do is they get a bit impatient and they rush it. They start believing. And look, I'm a Man United fan. We might win tomorrow, and I'll get happy in my own little way. But we all get a bit emotional. We get drawn into, you're wanting success. And Chelsea are a very successful team. But I said about Chelsea, there are elements of me that I think the money you spent, I think you should have more leadership and more experience. And when it comes to competing for this Champions League, competing for the Premier League, which, you want to finish in the top 4, but your aim as a fan is to win most games possible and try and be in that top hunt with Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, right? But you've got Caicedo, who's looking like your most experienced player, and Reece James, but really, I think they're both below 26. Caicedo's definitely younger. Reece James might be younger. And then you've got obviously Cole Palmer, who's your main attacker and your outlet in there. It's technically a second, third, full season in the Premier League. You've got Chalobah at the moment and Tosin playing centre-back. Colwell's out, but even if Colwell was there, still a young player that's not had loads of Premier League experience. And when it comes to me and looking at Chelsea, and what Chelsea I've grown up on, by the way, and I'm talking from like the early 2000s. I'm in my early 30s now. Cool, yeah, it is what it is. But Chelsea,
is what it is. Yeah, do you know 30s is the new 20s now, blood? Yeah,
it's true. I got told I look 24 by a school yesterday, so I take that. But you know what I mean? It was in terms of like Terry, Carvalho, Ivanovic, your Aspilicuetas, even your Alex, who used to play, who I look like a little bit actually. You remember Brazilian Alex?
Yeah.
You had a bit more like, you just had that bit of experience in them leaders, that warship. That, for example, the game you drew last week to Brentford, a normal Chelsea for me see that out. That's a Chelsea team that see that out. They get through it. The last 9-10 minutes, they can grind it out. That's what Chelsea can do. But you conceded late. The Fulham game, I went to Spurs that day to watch Bournemouth. You was a bit lucky against Fulham in terms of the Josh King, the decision went your way. The penalty as well of João Pedro. It's football. It happens, but you still got a bit of luck. The Crystal Palace game, unfortunately, you drew that. So that wasn't that great either in terms of Crystal Palace being at home. You're thinking, okay, the way people are talking about Chelsea, title race potentially, you should be beating teams like Crystal Palace at home. And this is why I'm a bit critical of Chelsea, because I think games that Arsenal, Liverpool, and probably Manchester City on paper should be winning is games that Chelsea should be looking at and saying, winning. Crystal Palace home, Brentford away, Fulham at home, you won. And then there was another game you played. I can't remember who it was now. You've played 4 games. You've drawn 2 and won 2.
Fulham, Brentford, West Ham,
which you went and done, which everyone's doing at the moment. So when I look at like Chelsea, there's parts of me that I'm like, they're good. And there's parts of me where there's a bit of weaknesses. And I'm like, the big thing you lack is consistency. And I think this is why I'm quite scared going into the game on the weekend, because there's parts of me which I'll talk about, I think we can win. But there's parts of me like, if Chelsea turn up like you did against West Ham with Cole Palmer back, you could score early and then all of a sudden tuck 2 or 3 in. So you're even going up to this game thinking, I'm driving up. Are we going to get the Chelsea that I want to get? And if we get that Chelsea, we should win. If not, if I'm going to get the Chelsea that's played against Brentford, if I'm going to get the Chelsea that played against Bayern, Man United, it's Old Trafford still. They need a win. It's 5:30 under the lights. Our fans are going to be ready. Cunha's back. There's reason for us to go into this game. Mason Mount's back despite what people think of him. There's reason for us to go in this game with a bit more energy, especially when you played in midweek. So with Chelsea, that's what I look at it. You lack that leadership. You lack a bit of steel, but then you've still got players like Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer that when they turn it on, but can they turn it on consistently, Don?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question there. But for me, like, listen, you've said a lot, which I agree with, but there's certain parts where, when you talk about the experience, for example, I don't really look at the age too tough, Ty. I look at more the games they've played. Caicedo's played over 100 games for Chelsea already, bro. Yeah. And he's been he's been in the Prem now for nearly 5 years. If you break it down like that, bro, we was in school for nearly 5 years. And that was a fucking long time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Reece, you already know how experienced he is. Cucurella is experienced. João Pedro is experienced. Palmer is experienced now, right? Andre Santos is a player who's been playing men's football from early.
Yeah, Strasbourg, yeah.
I know he hasn't got, you know, Premier League experience like much, but he's a player that you're not looking at him as if he's just been picked up from the youth team. He's got experience playing men's football, right? You look at the likes of Chalobah, you know, Reece James, like I said, even Garnacho, bro. Like, our team has a lot of experience in there. It might not have a lot of winners in there across the whole board, because now they've won together. You know, they've actually got something.
For a young crop, they've played a lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main thing that I'm looking at, right? And when you talk about the consistency, Chelsea have actually been consistent for a minute now, bro. Like, this was our third loss in, I think, in the past 20 games or something like that. I think this was our
fourth consistency for me, Don's wins. You've drawn to Brentford in the last minute. You've drawn to Crystal Palace. They're games that you should be winning if you're aspiring to be Chelsea that you want to see.
If you're talking about this season, I agree. We've been inconsistent this season. But over a sustained period of time, we've actually been quite consistent over a sustained period of time. And for me, how I'm looking at it, like I said, I feel like we're gonna kick into gear and start to play a lot better than what we are right now. Right? I still feel like Maresca, the in-game management so far for me in certain games, you know, hasn't been great. Like against Bayern Munich the other day, I thought he could have made the subs earlier. I thought he could have taken off Reece, for example, at half-time for the midfield. You know, dropped Enzo off the pitch. You drop João Pedro down the middle. You play your Gil up top. So there's been a few things that the players haven't been doing, and there's also been a few things that Maresca can improve on. But I've got no doubts that the team will gradually start to get better. Like I said, we had no pre-season, bro. Yeah, these man, they played the Club World Cup. They came back after going on holiday for 3 weeks. We had 2 games time. Everyone was going here pre-season. We had a game against AC Milan, a game against Leverkusen, and it's showing right now, bro. Yeah, these guys don't look fully fit. The way I see Chelsea press teams off the ball, it hasn't been to that level as of yet, right? So I'm expecting the fitness to naturally start to go up a lot more. Yeah. But how are you feeling right now as a United fan? Because Amorim, this is a game that for me, I feel like we could potentially put the nail in the coffin for you, man, bro. Like, how are you feeling from a United point of view? Are you feeling more confident that in Mbeumo and Cunha and
if you're talking about this game, you know me, I'll keep it real with you. I was quite apprehensive this morning, but then when I saw the news that Cunha and Mount were back, I was like, all of a sudden, like, I felt a bit of relief. Not saying that I'm going to come in there and say, yeah, we're going to win the game, but I definitely have more confidence and belief that Manchester United can get a result than I did this morning, because the thing for me is like Matheus Cunha, despite me really liking him as a footballer, Don, I think Cunha suits certain games. When I watched him at Wolves, right, and this is my concern about Cunha when we signed him, and this is my positives about Cunha, is that when you watch him at Wolves, last year, Wolves had the least amount of possession, I think, from any Premier League team, right? So when it was Cunha, it was more like, when you watch him, he was good in transition, traveling with the ball carrying, stuff like that, if you know what I'm saying. So I feel like when he's running into space, Cunha is a very good player. However, if you have him in a team that's like expected to win most games, dominate the ball, teams are playing in a low block, it's hard to then you get Cunha really involved. So I don't think he's that kind of tick-a-tacker player like Sancho.
Yeah.
So when I look at Cunha, I'm like, right, Manchester United have needed ball carriers. 100%. Like in this team, Garnacho, funny enough, he's at you lot now, was our only ball carrier, but he wasn't great. He was just a ball. He was our best one that we had. But I've always said Man United need players that can take the ball from that side of the pitch to that side of the pitch. And I think the first game against Arsenal showed the impact that Cunha could have. You know, he was one of the standouts on that pitch. I don't think we deserve to lose against Arsenal. I think we either deserve a draw or a win. But Arsenal got the win, and it is what it is. We move on. But that was the type of game that showed what Cunha can bring to Manchester United. And since then, we played Burnley at home. He got injured. We played Fulham away. He started brilliant for the first 5 minutes. Then after 20 minutes, Man United were poor. We had obviously the Arsenal game, which he stood out in. And the Man City game, unfortunately, he was out. So really, we haven't seen loads of Cunha in the Premier League yet. But when we have, he's been pretty impressive without having a goal yet. And I think, again, tomorrow, when you look at the teams have played, I think Chelsea would probably, the way they're playing at the moment, because City are fragile, Arsenal were first game of the season lukewarm, I think you lot are going to have quite a lot of the ball tomorrow. So I'm very intrigued to see I'm really intrigued to see if that plays into our favour, because with Mbeumo, with Cunha, potentially in transition, even Mason Mount in transition as well, I feel like our joy could come from the similar way that Arsenal had a lot of the ball, but then we pinched it back and we were running at you lot and also running at Arsenal. I think we need to be, be conservative, don't concede early, and just use Mbeumo, Cunha, and try and run at you lot. Use that ball carrying ability, test Chalobah, test tossing, and if it's Fofana, test him as well. He's had one game coming back from that injury against Brentford. He's not match sharp. You're half done. You played football. Half a second, you're not with it for a second. You know what I'm saying? You're not. The timing's not there. So when I look at Cunha, I think he's a big plus. Having him back was like yes, and even Cunha, even Mason Mount. Sorry, whether they both start, I think one of them starts. I don't know who it will be. I think it might be Mason Mount, but one of them will start and one will come off the bench. But I think it just gives us a bit more fluidity, a bit more pace, a bit more pressure on you guys as well. And I just think, yeah, if Man United are going to get a result, we need to test your back four in terms of your centre backs and try and be very, very, what should I say? The word is precise in our execution when we're in transition. Against Arsenal, we got into so many dangerous moments, Don, but we didn't score. The final pass didn't come off. The final Mbumo shot was getting deflected for a corner. It was just like, come on, score. You know when you're getting vexed? If we can
that was like us against Bayern, bro. The final execution was shit.
The final execution, and we can get that right. I think we can score. I think we can make this game testing for you. And you know, the atmosphere is going to be key. But we've got to allow the atmosphere to build up, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear it, bro. You make some good points there, because how I kind of look at it, I'm similar to you, bro. Because when I'm looking at this lineup, obviously you talk us through the lineup in a second. But when I'm looking at that midfield of Casemiro and Bruno, 2-man midfield, against our box midfield that we're going to create, broski, we have to be dominating this game.
Yeah,
I was disappointed the other day against Bayern, because that's another midfield that I was saying on Blue Diaries and that the preview we did. We have to be dominating that midfield, right? And for me, you know, Reece, he doesn't really help us do that against teams like a Bayern. Against the smaller teams, you know, the minnows and that, cool, potentially. You bring Reece on off the bench against tired legs to see out the game when you're winning, fine. But in the game where you're trying to dominate, this way I'll go through my lineup in a sec, because I've actually put Andre Santos in there as well. We need to be dominating that game. We need to be dominating that game, bro. Because like you've said, on the transition, we've seen already, you know, tossing, bro. Like, if you're leaving him 1v1 against Mbuemo, it's raps. It's fucking raps, bro. Even Sesko might get his first goal against him, because 1v1, he just backs off of you like he's what's it called? Self-isolating, bro. Leave yourself isolating to 2021, 2020. We're nearly in 2026. How about you go to the guy? But again, spoiler people, I haven't actually put Tosin in the lineup, because I think Maresca's going to change things up a little bit. We just played an intensive game, right? So there's a few changes that I made in there. But talk us through your lineup, bro. Why is this your lineup, or what you think Amram's going to do?
I think this might be what Amram's going to do, and I'll talk you through it, because people are saying Maguire ? Like, when you watched the game last week, I think Luke Shaw wasn't the best last week, if I'm totally honest with you. And I think that a lot of people are concerned a bit about his performances. So I feel like now, where Lenny Yoro played a lot of left centre-back last season, I think he'll be comfortable putting Lenny Yoro back at left centre-back. Maguire in for a bit of leadership. I think he's been coming off the bench. Big up, man, Reaper. He's been coming off the bench quite a bit. So I feel like Maguire at centre-back, I think he can come in, be a set-piece threat as well. Stop you guys in tossing and those guys from your corners and whatnot. And I think De Ligt will probably play at right centre-back. That's the one I'm a bit unsure about. I don't really like De Ligt there, to be honest. So I think whoever plays in that pocket for you, Palmer, Yao Pedro dropping in, and it's Garnacho coming in behind, making them runs in behind, that could be a threat. In between Maguire and De Ligt, I'm worried about some runs in behind and the through ball coming through. But, you know, we'll see what happens tomorrow. And then I think in midfield, I think you look at Ahmad. I think Dallow's still out, so Ahmad's going to play. Casemiro and Bruno. I was actually surprised Casemiro didn't play against Manchester City. I think he needs to come back in. I think when you play one game a week and you can get the maximum amount of Casemiro for 70 minutes, he can be very good still. And we're this is talking good in a midfield that is poor. We've got no control. We've got no Michael Carrick, no Adam Wharton type of player. We just have to play with what we've got. And Casemiro is the best of an average bunch. So Casemiro starts, and Bruno's going to play. He's the captain, so I don't even have to say much. Bruno's going to play. And then Dorgu, who I'm not super keen on. I think Dorgu's average.
Dorgu from O Block. That's what I've been calling him. Dorgu from O Block, bruv. Yeah. I think he saw my tweet, because now he's left the Chief Keef dreadlocks.
He's got different now.
You know, and now he's doing the plats. You know what I mean?
He's doing the plats. The
plats ain't helping him, bro, because I'm telling you, when man crosses the ball, those dreads must be slapping man's eyes. Bro.
Thank you. Like, the final product is so frustrating. And when you talk about left wing backs, right, and you want people flying up and down, like, you need to have that end product. There effectively should be an attacker. And I think he's average. I think he's a squad player in the future. I don't think he's a regular starter, but, you know, we've got to go with him. I think he's got a bit of energy about him. I like his tenacity, but the quality on the ball is not there yet. And then it's going to be Sesko, I think, up top. he's got to get another start. I don't think he really had the opportunities against City. We don't play to suit a striker either, but we need to just find a way. And then Mbeumo's going to start. He's locked in 38 games a season. He stays fit. And then Mason Mount or Cunha, that's the one where I'm really stuck on, because I feel like Mason Mount can start and then come off at 60 minutes, and then Cunha can come in and impact the game. The reason I wouldn't start Cunha, and this is I think he's better than Mount, of course. It's not about quality. What it is about Cunha for the long term. He's integral to Man United for the long term. We've got Brentford after this. We've got Sunderland after this. Then we got the international break. He's just coming back from a hamstring injury. If you start him and you rush him and he goes off again, we're done. We are cooked in attack. We need Cunha more longer term. So Mason Mount, I cannot say I forward him to get injured, but if he did, I'm like, cool, we ride with it.
Man said, he can be the sacrifice.
No, but like he could be. I feel like he'll have the energy against Chelsea. He'll buzz around and that he could maybe help us in the first start of the game, but then Cunha can come on and change it. So I feel like I'd rather Cunha come off the bench than a Mount come off the bench. So I'm gonna go with this. I think the strengths are Bryan Mbeumo trying to capitalize on Cucurella pushing up high. I think obviously Sesko using his frame and his physicality to try and get, in and around Tosin and Chalobah and building some confidence. The weak points, like I said already, I think it's Maguire and De Ligt and getting in behind that channel. And then I think the midfield, obviously with Casemiro, Bruno, if Enzo Maresca's a good coach done, he will look at what Manchester City done. And that was dropping Phil Foden and Doku into like a triangle with Reinders and Rodri. And all of a sudden with Bernardo, it was like a 4v2 all the time or a 5v3. So if he's intelligent and Maresca looked at that game, he would look at that midfield and say, right, I've got Casemiro and Bruno. If I've got Enzo and Caicedo, we're there. And then I've got Palmer and Pedro or Palmer and whoever it is dropping into that, making it a 4, even Reece James joining. You've got an overload. And that's tactically how I'd be looking at it from your side. I want to ask you something before we go into your team. Before you explain your team, do you want to see Chelsea come and impose themselves and come on the front foot? Or do you want to say, right, for the first 20 minutes, let Man United have the ball? And the reason I'm going to say this, Man United scored one goal from open play. So would you be like, you know what, Man United, show us what you've got for 20 minutes and then just start dominating? Or do you want to go out there from the minute one?
No, but I want to press you, blood. Yeah, I want to press you lot into mistakes because your build-up play is shocking, bro. Like again, I see the same pattern. The pattern is go to the left, play to Dogu, and just hope for the best. Cross it in Mbeumo. That's what you do. That's honestly what you do, bro. You have your moments in games, like 15, 20 minutes where it's like, yes, like, okay, this is Amarin ball. This is Amarin ball. But after that, it just fizzles away, right? It fizzles away. So how I'm looking at it, Ty, I want us to give you no time on the ball because these players right now, they don't believe in this system, bro. Like, I'm seeing Bruno doesn't like what's going on. It's clear to see Ahmad is not enjoying his football right now, right? Mbeumo, bro, like he's not really getting close to the goal. He's not really getting any chances. Sesko is just running about, not really doing much, But again, I can't really blame him for that. Yeah, I can say their build-up is very good. I disagree, man. I think their build-up's.
I don't think our build-up's been as bad as what people think. I think the final third, as Amram said it today, the way we've been on the ball has actually been okay, but it's just when we get to the final third, nothing, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is though, when I say press you lot, is that I don't think that you lot have the quality right now to be playing through that press, because your system itself, the way you build up yourself, isn't great. You know what I mean? Like, maybe because I watch so many other teams that have better build up than United, I'm not really rating it like that. But if you're looking at United right now, maybe you're looking at it and say, okay, maybe it's not as bad as Ten Hag's. I don't think their build up's great. I don't see anything special in how you build up from the back, right? So again, I want to be making sure that I'm pressing you off the ball, right? And we need to score first time. Because I reckon if we score first, I think your heads will drop. I think your heads 100%. Will drop. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm kind of looking at the game, man. But let me go.
I agree. By the way, let me just. I was just messaging Cass. Sorry about that. Big up, guys. Make sure you're liking this video and subscribe. I don't know how many people you got in the building, Don. But
now we've got 150 people here. So
make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. And what it does, by the way, just quick shout out because I know people don't like saying run up the likes, but it helps Don reach a new audience. So that's the importance of likes, by the way, when people watch the show. And then obviously my channel there down below, Thai Sports Talk, Never a Foul. Please subscribe and show love. But one thing I really like that you mentioned there. Yeah, this is why I knew this preview would be banging because we're very we've got the context and we can pick and choose of the positives and negatives. But where you said mentally. That is where I agree with you because this is the pattern. Man United first game of the season, Arsenal went 1-0 down but started brightly, couldn't score. You go to the Fulham game, go 1-0 up, take a penalty, whatever it was. I think Bruno misses. Then we score a bit later on in the game. We play quite well first 20 minutes. Fulham score. All of a sudden, Fulham are dominating the rest of the game. Mentally, we just drop, suffocate. Burnley, we dominate the first 20 minutes, don't score, right? And Boomer has a few chances and whatnot. We then go 2-0 up, I think it was, or 1-0 up. Then it's 1-1. Then it's 2-1. Then it's 2-2. And this is Burnley at home. Sorry, a team that we should be beating 4-0, if I'm honest with you.
And they fucking bottled at the end as well. They should have left the draw.
Exactly. And then we had to save it by the 96th minute. And then again, Manchester City, we start well, first 15 minutes, looking like we're popping the ball about. And I'm like, right, we need to score now. Because if we don't score, I know they're going to get one attack and score. We've all watched football. We know what happens. Man City get one chance, they score. Man United, that first 15 minutes, all that hard work, popping it about, getting in the final third, gone out the window. Second half starts. If you watch the game, you saw the second half. Their fans were restless. They couldn't touch the ball, bro. We were popping it about in that, frustrating them. But again, was there any chances? Was there anything executed in the final third? No. What happens? 10 minutes later, they get a throw-in, simple throw-in, little flick on, Haaland, 2-0. And mentally, we dropped. Game's done. When Manchester United concede, I feel like we revert back to what we've just done for Ten Hag era, the eras before that, even Amrim era now. It's like they forget we train 5 days a week. It's like they just think, yeah, we rocked up at the park. Let's pop it about, right, we're 1-0 down. Let's just start doing anything. And this is what I'm saying about composure. And when you're under pressure, like Man United, 14th or 15th place at the moment, we need a result tomorrow. We've got Brentford at 12:30, which is not going to be nice the week after. We need to win that. We've got Sunderland at home. We need to win that.
You're the first game next week, yeah?
Yeah, first game. I don't like 12:30.
You know when you say, when I think of United Brentford straight away, the first thought is that green kit when you got smashed.
Yeah, bro. When we got done up. Yeah.
Ten Hag was like this.
Bro. We got twist up. Facts. And I don't like that 12:30 G-Tech Arena and all that in West London. And I want 7 points from them. I want 7 points minimum. I want 7 points minimum. I want to get a result tomorrow. We need one. Cunha being back, Mount being back. There's no excuses. We've had a week's rest. You lot have been away at Bayern. But mentally, I agree with you. This team is very fragile. And that's from the goalkeeper through to the attack. And that starts with the goalkeeper, by the way. Touching on it quickly. People have said about Le Mans. I think Bayinde will stay in goal. I don't think Le Mans will be brought in yet. But when you have a keeper like Peck, you have Van der Sar, these people every week in your goal, right? They feel a confidence throughout the team because the defense don't feel as panicky as edgy. The midfield don't. But when you have a keeper that's a bit flappy or lacking confidence, it filters through the team. You feel like every shot that the other team have is going to go in. You feel like you've got to score 5 just to win a game. Like I played Sunday League and I used to play up front. I remember we had a bad keeper in one of our teams and we had to always score like a lot of goals to win because the keeper and it will let you down. And like when you have a strong keeper, and it doesn't have to be amazing, by the way, just a keeper that does 7 out of 10 every week. Come out, claim your balls in the area, make saves. Look at Donnarumma last week. Come out, one big save, but come out, claim the area, commanded it. That filters confidence through the team as well. So there's a lot of mental fragility in this Man United team. So
no, exactly, bro. And that's exactly why we need to score first, man. Because recent visits to Old Trafford, like last year, we conceded first. I think you lot scored a penalty to start that game. Who was still in charge, bro? Rude was still in charge at Old Trafford, bro. Yeah, and I think you scored a pen in it. You scored a pen.
Yeah. I think you might, I can't remember. I'm not gonna lie. I don't try and remember much of last season.
I'm pretty sure he scored a penalty, and then obviously Caicedo scores the banger. Season before that, Scott McTominay scores first. He scored a brace in that game, and obviously Palmer equalized for us, but then Scott scored again, right? So it's been a minute, bro. I honestly, people need to remind me. Yeah, the last time we went to Old Trafford and scored first, I can't remember when. Yeah, we always concede first, and now we're fucking chasing. Yeah.
Do you feel like because the way, and I'm being honest with you, obviously, I don't think you rate United. Me and you've done shows on Rivals on Never a Foul for Time. You never really rated United for years. The way
I told you from time, bro. What you are.
Yeah, exactly. The way, like, not saying you disrespect us. Obviously, our name's Man United, but our team's not great. I feel like you think you're gonna rock up and win tomorrow. So, like, do you fear anything about Man United, or do you think there's any way we can get a result? Like, being real.
Bro. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and delude myself into thinking United haven't got a player to just hurt us. And the thing about Chelsea, we're a team that likes to give confidence to guys that have been shit, right? Yeah. Don't be surprised if you see Sesko do a mad thing. Don't be surprised if you see Mbeumo finally, get off the score sheet in the Premier and whatnot. Yeah, has he scored in the Premier in Mbeumo?
And Mbeumo's got one against Burnley.
Yeah. So scoring more goals. Yeah. So boy, like it's one of them ones where it's like on the transition, we can definitely be got at. Obviously, we've got Caicedo who helps with that, and Cucurella. These guys are very good at counter pressing and reading space. And obviously, I'll go through the lineup in a sec. What I think he'll probably do, but you do still have some weapons, man. You've got, like I said, you've got Mbuemo who's clinical. You've got Sesko that can, do something if he's created for. And if we're not switched on in the box, again, he's a fucking 6'5" monster.
Yeah,
he could just get his head onto something, man. You know what I mean? So we need to be professional. We can't go in there and think, oh, we're playing Grimsby. Yeah, ironically,
fact.
we can't think we're playing Grimsby. We still need to go in there and do our job, because you're still a team that can hurt us. You've still got players that can hurt us. I'm not going to delude myself into thinking that you can't, but ultimately, from back to front, I think we've got more quality. I think we've got a better manager. I think we've got a better midfield. I think we've got a better attack in terms of our setup. I think our defense is still better than yours right now. You know what I mean? I don't think your defense is bad. I think that's probably right now. I think that's probably the best part of your team. Like,
agreed.
In terms of how you lot playing with Amorim, that's probably the part where it's been better than
stable.
A little bit more stable, innit? You know what I'm saying? But every other area of the pitch, I think we're better than you, man. But let me show you our lineup anyway.
Yeah.
That I think Maresca will probably go with. Right? It's hard, bro. You see what it is about Chelsea, the amount of players that we've got, yeah, and everyone seems to be fit right now. It's hard to call it.
So you've got Fofana starting. Talk me through this.
Yeah, so I've got Sanchez in goal. I think Fofana will probably start the game.
Right, by the way, sorry, Don. Is this what you want, or what you? Is this what you want, or what you think Maresca's gonna do?
This is what I think Maresca will do.
Okay,
this is what I think Maresca will do. Yeah. So I think Fofana will probably start the game. He's not the best as the central centre back because his ball playing ability ain't the best. But maybe we'll give Tosin a rest, man, because we've been playing them every game, and obviously we're Champions League the other day. This is the first time I've seen Maresca managing the Champions League with the Prem. So I've just got a feeling that he might start him in this game. Ayub, you make a good point. Maresca won't play for Fofana centrally, but let's see, bro. Let's see, because I don't know if he will start Tosin and Chalobah again. I can't really see it. I can't really see it. I think Reece will probably start in this game, and the reason why I put him there is because I can see Cucurella probably tucking into the middle of the pitch with Caicedo to create a box, basically. So you can see the four players here. Santos, I can see starting. I can see Santos starting the game.
Okay, that's interesting. So what's your reasons for thinking Enzo might be dropped? Like, just an overload of game time?
Yeah, man, I think he's played a lot of games. He's still trying to work back to fitness and whatnot. I think Santos, again, the other day he had a good cameo. And just rotation, man. If you bring Enzo off the bench, when the game's won, we can still win. And even with Andre Santos in the lineup, I'm not mad at that, bro, because I love him.
Can I challenge you on that? The only reason is you've got Carabao Cup in midweek. I think Enzo will get the rest then, and I think you need your star hitters to get you 3 points away at Old Trafford. I think Enzo starts and Santos starts in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, no, you make a good point when you say that. That's true. We do have the Carabao Cup, but I don't know. Again, it's hard to predict because it's the first game back into the Champions League, innit? So again, I'm just maybe it's a little bit of a hopium thing. Maybe it's a hopium thing as well. I feel like it's maybe
it might be a hopium thing because the reason I'm challenging you, and obviously this is your team, and I respect it, is that you've got Andre Santos, but then you're going to talk about Garnacho, and that means you're going to have two fresh starters on that left-hand side. I don't think you can do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I think Garnacho will probably start the game. The way he was talking about him today.
I think he starts. Santos don't. Yeah, I agree.
I think he starts. I think Estevao will probably start this game as well for me. And then obviously João Pedro up top. I think he'll start the game. But Andre Santos, listen, there's a possibility there, but I can't lie, maybe it's a little bit of hopium in it. But if he starts, I won't be overly surprised. There's a possibility. There's a stronger possibility now, in fact, of him starting the game. And then maybe Enzo will come on to see the game out. What do you think of that lineup if he was to go with that, man? It's hard to predict.
You know what? There's parts of it that I'm like, shit, that scares me a bit. I think Estevao can get in behind Dorgu and get some space if Dorgu pushes up high. Palmer's going to be roaming in that channel there, and he's going to be a threat all game. I want to touch on Palmer. I'm going to talk about him in a minute, actually. Garnacho going to be interesting because I don't really rate Garnacho. Look, I've never have. And I said that from the academy days that he weren't going to make it at United. I just think his end product's poor. Decision-making is not great. He reminds me a bit like Martinelli. They're just not players that I really like, if I'm totally honest. But he's gonna have the fire in his belly. He's coming back against the team that he used to play for. The manager wanted him out. He wants to prove a point. So I'm worried about him mentally coming here and trying to prove a point rather than what he can do actually with the ball. Because when you're determined up here, nothing can really stop you sometimes. Pedro, I think he's a good player. I think Pedro Palmer are going to be a threat. Cucurella, by the way, is so underrated. I've been the big fan of time, bro. He's one of the best left backs in Europe right now. He's technically gifted. He's so calm on the ball.
I think he's the best left back in the world, Ty. I'll be real.
Yeah, and he's not okay. I'll have Nuno Mendes, but I think Cucurella is brilliant.
It's one of those two. If you pick Mendes, I'm not. I can't debate against it too tough. I rate him as well, and he was my number one as well.
But Cucurella is definitely up there. 100%. He's brilliant. Technically on the ball, he's very good. I think he can get up and down the pitch. He's athletic. He's got aggressiveness, like his aggression. He's got a good aggression as well. He gets stuck in. He gives it a bit. Like you want a bit of someone who's got a bit of fight about them. And also you've got Caicedo there, who's just an absolute machine. And I think, you know, Chalobah and Fofana might be the only weaknesses with the goalkeeper I look at and say, right, can Mbeumo capitalize on that? And where Cucurella pushes up high, gets in the final third, gets into the penalty box even at times, can Mbeumo in transition, Bruno get the ball and hit them sort of long diagonals over to Mbeumo? I think that's going to be very big for us. Can Mbeumo capitalize on that space that Cucurella is going to leave in between him, Fofana, and Chalobah? But other than that, I think you are going to get chances. I think there's going to be an overload in midfield. And tactically, it's going to be so interesting to see how Man United and Chelsea both attack this game, bro. Like, it really, really is. I think the only difference I'll make is that Enzo starts instead of Santos.
Yeah. Listen, you make some fair points, man. And listen, Chalobah left side of the defense. I don't like it. I don't like it because he's very awkward on that side because he's not left-footed, right? But then we've got no Badia Shield. I don't think he's gonna start Hato on that side because that's just too many changes. I don't think he'll start Josh in this game. I'll be real. I don't think he's gonna put Josh in this game. So I'm just going off of what I've seen him doing already, and I've witnessed him playing Chalobah there a couple of times. This ain't what I think I will do, innit? This is what I think the lineup is gonna be. You know, I mean, I could be off of it completely. Tosin could still start again, you know, but let's see, innit? Let's see. In fact, because you got Carabao Cup, let me put Tosin back in there. Let me even put Tosin back in there.
You think Fofana will now start in the cup instead?
In the Carabao Cup, yeah. I think okay, let's go with Tosin. Let's go with Tosin. And Reece, I put Reece there to help Tosin on the transition. Yeah. Because if you got Reece there next to Tosin and Mbeumo's running at my man and whatnot, bro, at least Reece is there to help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that looks a little bit better actually. So we'll go with that. But yeah, you're about to say Palmer, bro.
Yeah, like Cole Palmer, like Chelsea fans, obviously everyone that's here, like the video, smash that, subscribe to my channel as well. I never found, but subscribe to Don. Let's get him to 9K people. We've just short of it, so big up Don every time, a real brother there. But Cole Palmer, right? Like, I'm not trying to sound mad because look, I don't want no player to get injuries done. Yeah, I want all players to maximize their ability. And also, by the way, I'm from St. Kitts and Nevis. So is Cole Palmer. That's where his dad's from. So like, we're a tiny island. We're the smallest island in the Caribbean. Marcus Rashford, Cole Palmer. They're the only footballers we really have. So I love Cole Palmer. I want him to smash his whole career. Yeah, man. So big up Palmer and his whole family, man. But you know Cole Palmer, right? He's played a lot of football. He's played the Euros last year. Yeah, he played for Chelsea the year before that, where he got 33 returns in 33 Premier League games. He then played the Premier League year last year, where he was a bit off it, but still got over 20 returns. He then went to the Club World Cup. This guy has played 24 months of consecutive football as the main man at Chelsea, right? And when I saw him get injured in the warm-up against West Ham, in a weird way, I was like, this might be what Palmer needed, bro. This might be what Palmer needed. And I don't want no player to get injured, but I feel like when you look at his injury, it happened in the West Ham game and then he didn't play. Then he got taken out of the England team for the international break. Yeah, bro, since Cole Palmer has come back, he looks like a different player. And I feel like what happened is that injury was actually like his pre-season off. Like that was his 3 weeks to think, you know what? I need my body just to recharge. I've played for 2 years at the highest level with a lot of pressure on me as the main man as well. That injury might have been a blessing. And that's what I mean. I don't want no player to get injured. But for Cole Palmer and for Chelsea Football Club and your fans, I feel like that might be a blessing because he came on against Brentford. Within 10 minutes, he had 4 shots. One of them was a goal. The other one he should have scored when they cut back. He should have scored that. And I understand his frustration. I'm left-footed as well. You tuck that bottom bins. And then
you put that the other way where fucking Kelleher came from, bro. In the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? He should have scored 2. You got the game against Bayern. He scored a great goal with him and Gusto, the little 1-2. Caicedo build-up play. Brilliant. Transition, running, doing what he does. And then he got the second goal, disallowed. But again, showing confidence, striking the ball, finishing it well. When you look at Cole Palmer now, I'm like, this could be the time he's about to explode. Like, he's had his break now. He's had the injury. He looks like he's come back re-energized, wants to drive Chelsea forward. He's missed games that you lot should have won and dropped a couple points and he's vexed about it. And I just think like, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, Cole Palmer, fair play to him, because I think now this might be the break he needed, and now this is the return that you lot wanted. And I just think in a weird way, injuries can be a blessing, bro. And I've seen how sharp he looked. And when you look at your run now, I looked at it. Chelsea have got United, and then you've got Brighton, I believe. You've got
Brighton. We've got Liverpool in there as well.
Liverpool, and you got Liverpool at home. I look at it now, right? You got United, he's going to play. Lincoln, he can be rested. Brighton at home, end to end, right? You got Benfica at home, Mourinho's return, and then Liverpool. When you look at these games now, it's a very good run of games for Chelsea to build that confidence to get some big wins. United, Brighton, I still respect. Liverpool at home, and a lot of them games at home for you. Benfica, Brighton, and Liverpool, all at home in a row. And Cole Palmer's finding his groove now. So yes, I think I should be worried about this player tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, no, facts, man, facts. You know what I mean, man? Listen, don't worry, man. We're gonna get Ty on the channel more, bro. Yeah, Ty, bro. We gotta do our little show, man. We've been in talks. We've been in talks for God knows how long.
Yeah, trust me.
We can cook something up, bro. Me, you, and Roms. I'm telling you.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, bro. Listen, you say a lot. You're speaking facts, man. You're speaking facts. Like what I like about Palmer right now, what I wasn't seeing last season when he kind of went on his bad form, was he wasn't really showing that intent on the ball last season. He wasn't showing that grit. You know, he kept getting the ball and just passed on responsibility, getting the ball, and his first thought was to cross it, getting the ball and, you know, drop his shoulder, but then just go backwards. Whereas now, I'm seeing him doing what he did in the final against Betis. Yeah? He said, fuck that, I'm going to take the game by the scruff of the neck, and I'm going to run at people, bro. And that's exactly what I want from a player like a Palmer, because you can't just be there just looking around and swinging the ball around. And, broski, I want you on the ball, winning fouls. I want you on the ball, drawing people in so you can create space for others.
Yes.
I want you on the ball, shooting, like what you're saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I want to see more of him as well is what he did against Bayern for the first goal, like getting it and just driving with it, being a bit more brave. Like, I rate Palmer, and I think he's a very good player, but I feel like maybe his confidence took a bit of a dip, but now he's returning the way he's playing. He might start driving with the ball more, being more of a threat. Because I feel like
his misses, bro. He was going through all his misses, bro. Listen, if you've played football, you know, when you got things going on off the pitch, especially with your misses, it affects you, because when you're in front of goal, you're thinking about when she was throwing a hanger at your face, she's throwing a hanger at your face, and now you're trying to score. You can't even concentrate, man, because you're rattled.
Hey, don't lie. Man said throw a hanger in your face. You've had that one, innit? I feel like the way you threw
I ain't had that one, bro. But you know these footballers,
like that just happens, like.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Because these footballers, they cheat, innit? They cheat, bro. So they get bagged. They get bagged, innit?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, bro? So that's what it is for me, man. Like Palmer last season, he just wasn't showing me that intent. I know the numbers were actually good for a bad season. They were good, but the way he was in front of goal, blood, he was not good in front of goal. This time around, this season, he has been. I know he could have scored that opportunity against Kelleher, bro, but the Bayern goal, clinical. You know, the goal against Brentford, clinical. The irony is, Ty, the goal he scored against Brentford was harder to fucking score than the miss, blood. The miss was that was bro. The ball didn't even fall on the floor. He came down, man, just finessed it quickly, bro. You know what I mean? So boy, he's been good. Like Palmer has been good, and you know I need him to done your dance as well, because I'm sick and tired of you, man. I'm sick and tired of you, man. Every single fucking international break, Palmer come home. Palmer come home. They love it. You lot love that Palmer top, that Man United top that he's wearing. Don't you know Palmer's in a death row contract, bro? It's Suge Knight over here, baby.
I hear it. But you know what? You know what I mean? If I catch Palmer on road, I'll have a little word with him. You get me, and see what happens. But Hanger was specific, you know. It was. Trust me.
It was specific. Do you know what it was? I'm in this room, innit, and there's a hanger right there. So I'm just like, throwing a hanger. But I'm telling you, when you have problems, not even just your misses, when you have problems away from the pitch, because I even remember when it won't be split up with that Clarice girl that was on Love Island. I remember how poor he was, bro. I was like, this is a man that's his mind is not there. Your mind is gone. Your mind is finished, bro. You know what I mean? Well, just to finish off, Ty, let's finish off with predictions. I'll let you predict first because you're the home team, bro.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up for having me as always, man. Great guys in the comments as well. Bear respect in there as well. So yeah, I love that. I'm gonna go with 2-2, you know. I'm gonna go with 2. I wanted 7 points for my next 9. I think we can beat Brentford away. I think we can beat Sunderland, and I think we can get a draw tomorrow. We must score first. Mentally, we're gonna be tested, but I feel like with Cunha coming back, with Mount coming back, we got to try and test your back forward. It's a bit shaky at the moment, even though Cucurella is class, but the centre back is not quite set. You're coming off the back of a travel to Bayern Munich where you worked hard for 90 minutes. look, Man United need results. Amrim's under pressure, and the fans are going to be up for it tomorrow. So I'm going to go with 2-2, bro.
2-2, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go 3-1 again. I'm gonna go 3-1 again, man. I need to see some goals. Right now, let me not say the defense. Our centre backs is what's looking shaky because I hate when people keep saying Chelsea's defense. It's not our fucking defense. It's the centre backs specifically,
the centre backs.
Yeah. Like our fullbacks are world class, bro. That's how I'm looking at it. So I'm saying 3-1. João Pedro loves to go at Old Trafford. He loves to go at Old Trafford. You know, he loves it. So I'm praying that he can do something for us, man. But listen, I'm about to redirect to Ty. Let the people know what you've got on your channel, bro.
Yeah, big up, people. Make sure you subscribe to Never a Foul, which I'm on there tomorrow. But right now, Thai Sports Talk, I'm doing a United Chelsea preview. I just talk on my thoughts as well, talking about Chelsea side of the game and Man United side of the game. So please come in there, subscribe. I do content on not just Man United. I do a lot of top 6 content. So as you can see, I'm quite balanced in my views, touch wood. And yeah, man, I've got videos coming out every day. So please subscribe. I'm on my way to 5K and big up all your community done. So big up.
Yeah, no, big up, man. You listen, as you can see, people, proper football man we've got here, man. You know what I'm saying? So now don't worry, you're gonna see Ty a lot on the channel this season. I'm gonna make time for it. I'm gonna make sure I make time for it, Ty. We'll chop it up, man. Because I know both of us work in similar jobs, so we get peak, man. Get peak.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Trust me. Thanks for having me, though. I really appreciate it, bro.
Nah, no stress, man. But people, listen. In fact, not even people, man. Them. Let me even look at the camera like Saeed. Don't make me travel all this fucking journey, yeah, to not pick up those 3 points. I'm sick and tired of it, bro. They've got rats in their stadium. They've got Amrim in their stadium, bro. They've got leaks in their stadium. They're gonna show up and embarrass us again. Don't you fucking dare, blood, because I want to buck Saeed in the car park, yeah, and be laughing at him because I will meet him in the car park regardless, right? But I need to make sure that it's a W. I can't be meeting him and he's laughing in my face. I can't be having that. So please, man, then make fucking sure, blood. Make fucking sure.
Taron and Bumo, we got something waiting for you.
Love, man.